Yo, man, what's going on, y'all boys, man? You already know what time it is, man. Today we have another crazy lit reaction video. You know, by the title and thumbnail, you already know what to expect, man. These things that is going to change your reality. This is things that we are getting woke to, we are being privy to, we're learning. At the end of the day, this is a learning process, you know, for you and for me. So don't expect me to learn it and then know every single thing the same way that you go take every single thing. We're two different, totally different people. Or whoever's watching, I'm different from millions of y'all that can potentially just reach out to, and y'all different from me. But that's the thing about learning. You know what I'm saying? We have a process of growing, you know, and learning something new. This is what this life is about. It's about learning. You know what I'm saying? But make sure if y'all enjoy this video, like I told y'all, you give it a huge thumbs up. Let's get this video to 10,000 likes. And also, y'all boys come follow me on Instagram, man. The key had to start over, man. Let's go ahead and get to 100K, man. Let's get to 100K. I appreciate it, and let's get it. Let's go.
And you're from hate that don't matter. And you're from hate that don't matter. That movie ruined my life.
Oh.
That movie ruined my Because I love Big Mama, but fuck that movie. I got child support, man. Thank you, I appreciate you. But that was the start of the end of Brandon Jackson. I'm trying to get Illuminati muscles like Michael B. I'm trying to figure out how you did that. Nigga broke up with Laura Harvey and came back with Steve Harvey mustache. That shit was crazy. Nigga mustache got thick as I'm like, this nigga got strong.
Nah, that's crazy. He basically, I ain't gonna say he admitted it, but I have heard, basically he admitted it. You know, that Illuminati humiliation ritual. You know, a lot of people that it works for, I'm guessing it didn't work for him, you know, but he is definitely probably still doing this thing. At least he realized what he did and, you know, somewhat coming back from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if he completely sold his soul, because once you sell your soul, there ain't no taking back that transaction.
Yo, what if this is how reptilians swap themselves out with people in the industry? This show Secret Invasion has been showing a lot about shapeshifters and reptilians. Check this out.
Bring in Michelle. Americans against Russia. Your dreams are about to come true. Take his face.
What?
Now take his mind.
Damn.
Cause I actually be wondering, if these music artists or people in the industry are reptilians, how in the world does the reptilian play that person so well?
Right.
I'm sure we've all seen the show Inside Job about reptilians. And if you haven't seen it, you definitely want to go check that out. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this in the comments. And also let me know what music artist or person in the industry that you think is a reptilian in the comments as well.
Those are some good questions that he asked y'all at the end. But I never seen this show that he was talking about. I'm gonna have to look it up myself because it might be interesting. But even this show, I'm not sure if this was the show that he played and he said at the end, but I'm gonna have to check it out. But I'm not sure, man. You know, I hear a lot about them being, you know, reptilians and things like that. But like I said, it's a lot of stuff that we don't know in this world, man. You know, and it's just a matter of, you know, things potentially coming to light. You get what I'm saying?
McDonald's having a big M and them symbolizing the big M. I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I? Or Marathon gas station or M&M's candy. You know, I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I?
Why?
As I, you know, started looking into numerology, I understood that M is 13, and that signifies homage to the 13 bloodline Illuminati families. It's all over the place. Go on your computers and put in all the movies that start with 13. 13 Warriors, 13 Ghosts. It's like 30 of them. Then start looking at Ladder 49 or 6 Days, 7 Nights. You know, this is a joke. I already mentioned the sports teams, the 76ers, 7-6, 13, 49ers. So it's all over if you look at it. And the system that's always in the court system, always in religion, always in astrology, it's all the same. It's 12 plus 1. 12 jurors, 1 judge, legally. Religious, Jesus, 12 apostles. Astrology, sun, 12 signs. Come on, it's everywhere. What do you think, this is a coincidence? But if they have enough up here to understand this is not a coincidence, that tells you people who know a lot more than you, if you mind be honest with yourself, are actually using this stuff. Start asking yourself why, start getting curious, and then things might start coming together for you.
I need to know ASAP, because I really didn't even think about it until you start going into detail about everything that is 13. Some of the stuff, especially with the names of the football team and stuff, like I think he was kind of pushing it, especially on the 13 people of the Illuminati. I need to look into that 100%, because that seems like something that's honestly interesting. When he showed the picture of the 13 members as well, I need to look into that, because I feel like that whole substance, and when I learn something, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to let y'all know.
Did you know The Simpsons predicted a dark winter of 2023? An episode from season 33 that aired in January 2023, apparently foreshadowing something called a dark winter coming to America. In the episode plot, the Simpson family finds themselves snowed in at home as a massive winter storm blankets Springfield. However, news reports indicate the freezing weather is not limited to just their town, but much of the United States is experiencing record cold temperatures, snowfalls, and dangerous ice storms. Grocery stores' shelves are empty as people are ordered to shelter at home. More intriguing is that the episode aired only a few months before winter 2023-2024. Could it be predictive? Even more unsettling is that dark winter is a term previously used by government officials and pandemic experts to describe a hypothetical crisis scenario involving a combination disaster. Dark winter was a term from after 9/11, picturing a U.S. smallpox attack. Now, with COVID, high costs, food and energy shortages, social fights, and worse weather from climate change, some fear a crisis like the one shown in a Simpsons episode hitting America. Only time will tell if the theories about a truly dark winter in 2023-2024 bear any credence. Let's wait and see.
Hey, let's wait and see. I'm not sure, because it's not really cold where I'm at right now in Georgia. It's been actually pretty good, and it's like, what, middle of November? It's November 11th right now that I'm recording the video, of course. But we go see. You know, I've been telling y'all it's a lot going on in the world anyway, so it can either be a cold summer. I mean, it can either be a cold winter or a very hot summer. But we go sit back and see if Simpsons time travel once again. But that is going to be something pretty crazy if this becomes true again, because Simpsons, they be, how can I say it? They like Golden State, you know, like they back-to-back championships. Not the new Golden State right now, of course, but y'all get what I'm saying.
These are the reason the war will never cease in DRC Congo. Because
what?
This is what they want. You see why it's generating electricity?
Electricity, right.
This stone is very, very powerful.
I wonder what type of stone is that will generate electricity, y'all. What is this called? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. That's crazy. If this is this real, y'all? Can somebody fact check this, please?
We're in 2023, right? We're only getting more advanced, right? So at some point, we're going to get the actual truth instead of the falsehood of all the lies created about our world, right? They found another advanced world.
What?
When? Run that video. Comment below. Do you know about this too?
Nah.
They found another advanced world just outside of Antarctica. They don't want us going there. Once you understand, there's more land beyond Antarctica. What's another word for more? Extra. What's another word for land? Territory. Put that together in a word. Extraterra. If somebody came from the extraterra outside of Antarctica, we might call them an extraterrestrial from the outer space.
These people inside the Hollow Earth have been living there for 2,500 years. There is one continent inside the Earth and one ocean. Their capital city is built around the original lost Garden of Eden. The vegetation grows like a paradise. The people live to be up to 800 years old. They communicate with telepathy. The inner Earth people have built these androids that fly their flying saucers out to reconnoiter the outer Earth. Our government has been knocking flying saucers out of the sky and back engineering these flying saucers. The people that live in the Hollow Earth are not extraterrestrials. They're from the lost tribes of Israel.
Wow. That is crazy. Remember, I touched on this subject when one of the guys was actually talking about that they can consider outer space because, like I said, biblically it says that we live in a firmament. You know what I'm saying? But they can consider the outer space is just outer from the space that is already slick discovered or was considered the Earth. You know, from the North, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, well, not including Antarctica, but Australia, like all of them continents, what they could consider outside of them continents can be that outer space. It can be extra territories. You know what I'm saying? Extra terror, like they told y'all. I'm just ready to see, man. Like I'm ready for this stuff to come. You know, like I'm pause. I'm ready for things to be revealed. Okay, let me correct myself.
Yeah, we're putting cancer viruses in your vaccines.
What?
Yeah, fluoride does give you a 7-fold increase in bone cancer and brain disorders increase. You know what? Yeah, your diabetes doubled the last decade and so's your cancer, but we got white papers talking about how we're doing it to you, so what? You know, there's a football game on. Here you go, doggy. Football game. Don't worry, we're killing you.
That's a spell circle. This piece is a spell circle. That's magic. Oh, you engage in magic and witchcraft? How the f do you know that? Oh, you industry people are... You know what that is. Yeah. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but this guy's going to hell. How the f do you know that? Well, everyone in your industry knows that. I'm going to have to expose this man. This is a Freemason right here.
Too much.
Oh, you that blood sacrificing chicken? What's that? The Brumhilda. I know what that is.
Exactly.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
No, that's that.
You do it too? You guys are so... I don't roll with these guys, bro. These are dark arts, bro. Check it out. You know your shit.
Yeah, don't tell everybody.
Well, I know, but you're live. You said it live. I get so many people accusing me of CIA. They're gonna say I know him. We don't know each other. Tell them. Bro, you're funny, bro. We don't know each other. I don't know this fucking witchcraft stuff. I've never seen this stuff in my life before.
So how do you know it?
I Googled it.
Wow. Called them out.
Could have been a carrot in that dress, but I guess you brought pumpkins back in season tonight. Good thing there's no fairy godmother around. You'd be carting Cinderella off to the ball. Oh, what's this? Elijah taking the stage. Wow. Elijah Lewis just slapped the heck out of me.
Don't you ever talk about my wife that way.
Relax, my friend. It was just a joke. I'm a comedian, Elijah. You know how it is.
I'm finna debunk this. This is a Darman video. They talk about some Will Smith and Chris Rock were reenacting an old television show. The whole world is staged. Everything in the media is a script and performed by actors. Look, y'all, stop just being deceived by folks. It's in black and white. Anybody, I can turn this video black and white right now if I really want to. This stuff is fake. This is a Darman video. They were making fun of the situation of Will Smith and Chris Rock. This was released after, but they just made a reenactment. A lot of y'all don't know Darman. Like that is they create a lot of videos, And this video was not released when the television was black and white. That is just the edits. Like folks is crazy out here, man. People be trying to believe anything nowadays. Like, and I'm positive this got a lot of reposts and a lot of that is crazy. I'm telling y'all, be woke at the world. Gee, this is fake. And what is there to be woke about, fam? Like deceiving. That's why I be telling y'all, bro. Don't just agree to everything you see just because you hear instrumental or somebody put text and title. It is easy to deceive people because y'all see it don't always mean that it's facts unless you do your own research and learn yourself, bro. I've seen this because a lot of people are already talking about this, that, this is funny. Are they crazy, Darman? Ain't they hilarious? Don't believe everything y'all see. This is completely fake. If you don't believe, you can look it up myself. This was not released a long time ago. This is just a video edit. Like this is some YouTubers, some social media influencers who made this in reenactment to make fun of Will Smith and Chris Rock. Yeah, come on now.
Have you ever heard of the Black Eye Club ritual within the elite?
What?
Well, as I usually do on my channel, let's expose the truth. Most conspiracy theorists believe that this is an initiation into the elite through assault by punching the individual in the eye. But stick around till the end because I'm going to tell you exactly how much more sinister it actually is. And I know this for a fact because I was offered it earlier this year.
What?
Long story short, I designed a product that was inspired based off biblical scripture. And for the safety of my patent, I decided to use just a normal Google image. This is not my actual product. This is just for aesthetics. However, I finally found a team of investors who were willing to invest, but under very strange circumstances. I developed a revolutionary natural shower head that has its own natural filtration system that I named Higraya. Long story short, I turned down a $5 million deal from these investors. Simply put, the lead investor was a perv and basically said that in order for this deal to go through, I also had to drink what is called the golden juice, which I'm not going to go into detail here on TikTok. But the other portion of the deal was I was not allowed to promote what this filtration system was doing to the water. But since I didn't sign the contract, I'm going to speak freely about exactly what this does. Basically, wood is already nature's water filter, and then it has an added filter in with it using natural minerals to filter out parasites and bacteria. It essentially allows nature to do its job with city water that is basically recycled water that's being redistributed back to you. And needless to say, city water has a horrible filtration system. But the minerals that I've implemented into this filter design is specifically towards a very specific type of parasite, which is known as the Hydotid worm. This parasite literally lives inside of the water, and then it can also get into pets as well as into humans. And the word Hydotid comes from the Greek word Hydati. And the inspiration came from this Bible verse right here, which is Matthew chapter 3, verse 11. This is where John is yelling at the Pharisees and then also makes the reference to the axe that lies next to the root of the trees, which is what gave me the inspiration for trees being a natural water filter. But verse 11 takes a wild turn when you look at it in the Greek, where it's more properly translated as, I indeed you baptize with Hydati or water, essentially accusing the Pharisees of baptizing people in parasitic water. And this is what the parasite actually looks like. This grotesque parasite literally lives inside your water and can easily find its way into your body. Wow. This is the part that they don't want you to know about. They are not being punched in the eye, they are literally injecting this into their eye willingly, as the parasite literally thrives inside of fecal matter as well as the opposite, which would be the golden shower. They inject this parasite into their eye, and then it forms around the eye and then goes all the way back to the brainstem and essentially takes control of the host. And this is not a new practice. This is an occult practice that goes back to even the elites within biblical times. And it stems from Job chapter 4, where God is basically warning about this worm. Where starting in verse 20, the womb shall forget him, the worm shall feed sweetly on him, he shall be no more remembered, and wickedness shall be broken as a tree. Hence the tree filtration system. He evil entreateth the barren that beareth not, and doeth not good to the widow. Esoterically speaking, in reference of coming out of the fecal matter and into the brain. He draweth also the mighty with his power, he riseth up, and no man is sure of life. Because it's literally a parasite that is slowly unaliving you. Though it be given him to be in safety, they make you think that being baptized or showering in city water is safe. Whereon he resteth, yet his eyes are upon their ways, as they insert this evil parasite through the eye. I wasn't willing to sell out for this nonsense. But I do, however, have pre-orders available, and these are handcrafted, so I'm going to need people to be patient with me in making these. All you have to do is go to my page, click here, and then you're going to click the very top link, which will bring you here for the pre-order. And needless to say, I am looking for a new team of investors who believe in this product as much as I do. It also has good intentions and willing to get this out to the people who need it most. But for now, I'm willing to take this on solely by myself and make every single product by hand. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have had this idea or revelation in the first place. So what would you rather prefer? Nature's shower designed by God, or the golden shower that's designed by the elites? So mote it be.
Wow, that is some cool analogy, but it's weird to see. Like, as I see one black guy, you see the difference from when they're talking about the Caucasian people or the white people, I say, who supposedly sell their soul. I guess this is what they would consider their ritual would be. when you hear a lot of stuff when it was revolving around black folks selling them souls, depending on the field or the lane that they're in, sacrificing of different people, like their close friends, or you have like they dressed up as a female, or they turned and like real feminine as a man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or it's all different types of things that happens that will result into like black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just seems, I never heard of this. What's this crazy? I never heard of this. And the fact that all these people got a black eye, like, it's wild. You know, not saying that you wouldn't get a black eye. I'm pretty sure everybody had a black eye at least once in their life, some way, somehow, you know, but it is wild that he brought this up, and it's pretty good promotion for him, like he said, with the whole shower thing. So I know he's probably finna sell out of that. So shout out to him. If y'all want to go show him some love, then go, and if y'all want to go ahead and show him some love, then go ahead and show him some support on his shower heads that he's basically creating that will prevent the bacteria, you know, that is out here. And everybody knows it's crazy with bacteria, but this was pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to do more research because I never heard about this. You know what I'm saying? I just thought, you know, I see somebody walking around with a black eye and it's something happened. They got beat up, something fell. Phone hit the iPhone Pro Max hit their face, because I know I got a black eye probably because of that. It's heavy phone, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all let me know the substance on this down below, and if y'all agree with this, please.
The rich people cringe and say, "Don't tell them that, Robert."
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Right. Keep them poor. So my father was the head of education, PhD, all that stuff. I go home and ask him, said, "Why don't we learn about money in school?" And he looked at me and says, "Because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach." And I thought that was strange. And I said, "But aren't we going to school to learn about money?" He says, "No, your job is to get a job." I said, "But you get a job to earn money." He goes, "No, you're supposed to just get a job." I went, No. Isn't the purpose of a job to earn money? He goes, "You're correct." I said, "So why don't I just learn about money? I can skip the job part, you know?" And he got flustered and he said, "If you want to learn about money, why don't you ask your best friend's father about money?" And I said, "Why? That's Mike." So I asked him. He says, "Because Mike's father is an entrepreneur." And I said, what are you? He says, "I'm an employee. I'm a government employee." I went, "Oh, what's the difference?" He says, "The difference is an entrepreneur must know about money, or they're no longer entrepreneurs." And he says an employee doesn't have to know anything about money, because the government will take care of them, the company will take care of them. So I'm all confused. But I took my dad's advice and I trundled over to Mike's father's office and knocked on his door, and I said, "Hey, I'm here, 9 years old. Teach me about money." He says, "Beat it, kid," you know. But that's where the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad started. And finally, through persistence, my rich dad started teaching me about money on one condition. And that condition was he would never pay me. He says, "The moment I pay you, you think like an employee." He says, "That's the trap. Entrepreneurs work for free." And now I'm 9 years old, my head's going cracking in half. He says, "You never want a paycheck. You understand that, kid?" I said, "Okay, I got it." And he says, "Well, how do I make money?" He says, "That's what entrepreneurs figure out." It's like, there's many formulas for great success in money. There's thousands of them, but one of the best ones found on the game of Monopoly. It still is today. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. Well, is that all there is? He goes, and he says, "What do you think I'm doing?" And I went, "I don't know." So then he took me out and he showed me his greenhouses. And 10 years later, when I was 19, I was now in school in New York, and I come back to Hawaii, and Rich Dad had bought the biggest piece of land smack dab in the middle of Waikiki Beach. And when you go to Waikiki Beach today, you'll see the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That was his hotel.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Acquired assets and they became bigger assets.
Wow. That is some valuable information for a lot of people out there. In order to be an entrepreneur, you need to learn about money. Even if you're an entrepreneur like myself, you know, I need to learn about money, and I have been learning more about money, but I need to get more serious about learning about money, because if you always have the mindset, if you've always been working for somebody, you always just have that employee mindset, you will not treat money how you do when you're an employee and when you're an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You will lose all of it. I'm telling y'all, because I'm a first-hand witness of things.
Look, y'all, they're showing you their bunkers on TV, Fox 11.
But one startup company says avoiding threats from any potential natural disasters, viruses, and wars doesn't have to come at the expense of your comfort. This is an oppidum, a type of luxury doomsday bunker that could soon be underneath the mansions of some of the world's richest people. The dome creates underground living spaces that are highly secure and completely discreet, yet beautifully appointed and entirely bespoke. Oppidum is the Latin term for fortified settlement, and that's exactly what this is, and much more. Company officials say each bunker is air and gas tight, allowing those inside to be completely cut off from the atmosphere outside for up to a month. The shelters are also armed with the technology to make their own water, air, and energy, while coming with the chicest amenities. Whatever is happening in the world outside, you can rest easy and live fully in times of tranquility and in times of unrest.
What do y'all think?
Wow, what do I think? Personally, I feel like this is cool. I was just talking to my fiance about this, how we actually wanted to get a bunker because we're not sure what's really finna be coming in the next couple years, especially during the election year, with everything that's going on with the wars and stuff like that. And we just want to be kind of prepared. But I feel like something like this, we have to get in like our retirement home or something where, we never plan on moving, because that is a very big move, and that is something honestly very expensive to get. It's like having a home completely underground. They said, well, oxygen that recycles, I think they said after a month, like you can use oxygen from only inside for 30 up to 30 days. Then after it will recycle the bad air and move in good air. So it's like you're in a airplane up under for an entire month. And it looks like a whole freaking mansion down below. I can just imagine how much it costs. But I feel like if I get crazy rich, or when I do, I'm speaking it to existence, when I become very wealthy, I feel like that this is something that I do want to, invest in, especially when I do get my home built from the ground. I want something similar. It's probably not going to be as crazy big, but it's going to be something that's going to be honestly looked upon, and it's going to be 1 in a million. I promise you that.
I believe most of the mud was already there. Just look at this example of soil liquefaction. That is when the ground vibrates at a certain frequency that can cause it to literally liquefy and can swallow up entire cars, buildings, trees in such short speed, completely changing the landscape. And now looking in modern times here, an example in one of the earthquakes in Indonesia, what it did to the entire city there. The mud became so liquefied there that it became basically a river carrying houses right on down with it. Now imagine in a larger example, a realm-wide example, a massive earthquake and cataclysmic event that caused a chain reaction that liquefied the ground beneath our feet, caused most of the buildings to be destroyed. Some, with liquefaction, sank several meters below the ground. And I think the evidence of this cataclysmic event can be found worldwide, in every town and nearly every city, buried in sunken structures. I think we just did the best we could to salvage what was left after this cataclysmic event. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Have a look at this. Sam Smith's new look. Epstein Island. Now, you probably think it's a coincidence, just like you think everything else is a coincidence, and just like you think people like me are crazy. Well, guess what? That's on you. Wake up, open your eyes.
Here's the real reason for the war in Israel. This little strip of water between Egypt and Israel is what's called the Suez Canal, and it accounts for about 12% of the world's GDP and about 5 to 10% of the world's oil distribution. Now, in 2022, Egypt made about $8 billion in transit fees from the Suez Canal. Not bad for Egypt, but you notice didn't sit well with the United States, France, the UK, and Israel. The other thing about the Suez Canal is that it's very narrow and it only goes one way. So for 6 hours a day, ships can only go this way, and then for another 6 hours a day, ships can only come back this way, which economically costs time and money. Then there was an incident back in 2021 where a ship actually jammed the Suez Canal, which cost about $10 billion a day. Not only that, but the United States Pentagon said that the Suez Canal traffic impacted U.S. military vessel movement. And you know they can't have that. So what was the alternative? It's called the Ben Gurion Canal Project, which plans to be made cutting through Israel as an alternative route to the Suez Canal, and also will be wider and deeper than the Suez Canal, which is important because the only way that trade can get from Asia to Western Europe is if it cuts through the Suez Canal. Otherwise, they would have to go all the way around Africa to get to this side of Europe. Now, guess where this Ben Gurion Canal Project is being built through? That's right, Gaza. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but you do the math. Here's the real
hold on, wait. I'm a little confused on this because I could have sworn that the Suez Canal is controlled by Egypt, not Israel or Gaza or nothing like that. I could have sworn, unless, you know, they planning on building a new canal and naming it the Suez Canal as well. But I could see it being somewhat of a thing for revenue. You know, everybody, it's all the money thing. A lot of people don't know. We just think folks just hate each other. It's all about land. It's all about money. It's about finances. It's about territory. That's what it's really about. But y'all, that wraps up today's video, man. Make sure if y'all enjoyed this video to give the video a huge thumbs up, man. Remember, the more thumbs up this video get, the higher that it will rank. Let's get this video #1, man. And I see y'all on the next episode, man. So let's get it and let go.